Hi everyone, good evening to all. After such a long time, I'm back. I have been busy lately because I'm going to start my new institute very soon. So, I have been quite occupied with that because there are a lot of things. So, let the people join. So today we don't have any specific purpose to go live. I'll be interacting with some people. So whatever the questions pop up, I'll try to answer them. Hello Sujal, I hope you are doing good. Hello Mr. Gaming, Sean Gaming. Okay. So, as I said that there is no specific topic for discussion and it's just a common live where I'm going to interact with some people. So I'll be talking to some people. Talking in the sense if you have anything in specific or anything specific so you can write it down. I'll try to talk about that. So I was just reading a book and I was going through some of the pages of that book. So I came across some of the vocabularies which I found quite interesting. So I thought let's share with some people. So in English, like in Hindi, we often say that kuch nahi se kuch acha. So something is better than nothing. We often say that in English. So there is one more idiom that can replace this common one. So that is half a loaf. Half a loaf. LOAF. Half a loaf is better than none. So the meaning is something is better than nothing. So you can write it down, and that is because today I'm going to talk about some of the common idioms that we can use in our day-to-day conversation. So whenever we strike any conversation with anyone, so we can use these words. They are very common words, and remember that you don't have to go for fancy, typical, difficult words because that is going to deprive the other person from understanding. I often talk to people, so they often complain that whenever they listen to other people, so they are not able to understand them thoroughly. Thoroughly का मतलब होता है completely, पूरी तरह से. So when you are not able to understand others, or if you are going to do the same kind of mistake, so I'm not saying the people, those who are speaking are using typical difficult vocabulary, so they are making some kind of mistakes. No. So they have their own audience, they have their own people, they have their own listeners. On the other hand, when you talk about yourself, if you are a beginner, so you should start from the beginning rather than talking about some of the words which you all often find very difficult or you find it very difficult to use. So, my suggestion is that use some common words which are there in our day to day conversation. So, once you get mastery on those common words, then you can add 5 or 6 new words. I would say 3 to 5 words. That's the maximum that you can do. I'm not putting any question mark on your abilities. What I'm trying to tell you is that once you add 4 or 5 new words in your spoken language or in your communication, so you will see a drastic change after a few months in your conversation. And remember that where to find these words. So कहाँ से इन words को निकालें. So first you need to go for the story books, the common books where you will find some common vocabulary. So, hello to everyone, those who have just joined. So, today we are talking about vocabulary. So, I'm not giving you some typical difficult words. So, I'm just talking about some common words which can help you understand things or understand others better. So, Rita Joshi, so good. Okay. So, through GS, through GS, the English Academy. Okay, it's quite distracting because sometime when I get engrossed into reading those text messages, I simply forget what I need to say. So let's concentrate on that. If there is if there is something important, so you can simply write it down. So I'll have a look at that. So I was talking about vocabulary, how to build our conversation. Sorry, how to build our vocabulary. This is a very important aspect of learning language. specifically English. So if you are a beginner and you do not know where to start, so at least you know that you are a beginner. That's what you should know. A lot of people simply start going through some of the typical difficult videos where people are speaking or using those fancy difficult typical words. So you don't have to jump into that particular territory. So what you need to do, you need to understand your level first. So once you understand your level, then things will definitely fall in your way. So you will start communicating better than before. Use basic words, take a pen and paper, write down all those activities that you perform on daily basis. Like you wake up in the morning, you already know about that. So how do you wake up? You can add some more sentences to that. So in this way, you can add some more words. Now I'm going to talk about some of the common idioms that I was reading a book. So I came across some of the important idioms which can help you. Idioms are the combination of few words which do not give you like the words which we use in that combination. They have different meaning, but when they are put together, so they form their own meaning. So idiom is just like this. पाँच और छः और 10 वर्ड्स का एक सेंटेंस के फॉर्मेशन में एक कॉम्बिनेशन होता है. उनके अपने इंडिविजुअल मीनिंग कुछ और हो सकते हैं, बट जब वो मिलकर आते हैं तो एक डिफरेंट मीनिंग बनाते हैं. सो ईडियम हम इस तरह से यूज़ करते हैं, तो काफ़ी अच्छे तरीके से आप अपने आप को एक्सप्रेस कर सकते हैं, इसलिए ईडियम्स यूज़ होते हैं. सो मोस्टली पीपल दोज हु यूज़ ईडियम्स, सो दे आर क्वाइट ईजी टू अंडरस्टैंड. तो कॉम्बिनेशन थोड़ा जल्दी याद हो जाते हैं, तो आप इनको यूज़ कर सकते हैं. अब right on the money, there is a particular idiom, right on the money. And here the meaning is, if you say that someone is right on the money, you mean that they are completely right. It means if I say that, like I'm talking about vocabulary and you are also picking some words, so I can say that you are right on the money. Whatever that I wanted to say, you are able to understand and you are talking about that. Right on the money. So when you mean business, you can say right on the money. So example, I can give you an example which is written here. If you had used the market's trading information to predict the popular vote, you would have been right on the money. So like there somebody is talking about some kind of prediction. So right on the money is quite easy to use. You can easily use that. And now I'm gonna talk about some other idioms. Have a monkey on your back. Have a monkey on your back. This is a very nice and interesting one. If you have a monkey on your back, you have a serious problem that is making your life difficult or unpleasant. So I have also used some of the idioms like this, and there is another version of it. Get the monkey off your back. So if you say have a monkey on your back, it means you are carrying unwanted load on yourself. You are carrying some kind of like difficulties or some of the problems with yourself which you should not carry or on your shoulders, or I must say that something like this. So get the monkey off your back. It means to come out of that problem. So idioms are quite tricky, so I can give you a particular PDF. I'll attach that PDF later on. So I'm talking about vocabulary. As you saw, if you have any questions, you can simply write it down. So when right now I'm speaking and you are able to understand, that's what you need to do. You don't have to simply go for those big and complex sentences. Why do you want to make your communication skills so complex that even other people are not able to understand? Sometimes we simply think that if I start speaking or using those compound sentences or complex sentences, so other people might think that I'm quite literate or I'm quite educated in those sense. So I don't think so. It is a language. You need to make the other person understand and you need to understand the other person. That's it. So language is a kind of a bridge that has been created between two individuals. Right now I'm talking and you are able to understand, so the bridge is pretty much perfectly built. So that's what we need to do. You don't have to, you simply run after those typical difficult sentences. And sometimes the problem that we people make is that when you learn a word, you do not learn the context of that word. Context in the sense where to use that word. You need to learn, sorry, you need to learn the use of that particular word rather than going after the meaning. Like magnanimous. Magnanimous is one uh, who is pretty much kind-hearted. So, for a kind-hearted man or woman, you can say that magnanimous, one who pardons the other people, one who has a very kind nature. So, my grandmother is quite magnanimous. If I say that, other person might not be able to understand. So, what I can try is that, like my grandmother always tries to help others. She is very kind. So, I like her magnanimous nature. I like her magnanimous nature. So now I'm talking about a specific word, but I have also given some added information into that so that the other person can understand that. So when you learn a particular word, you need to go for the part of speech of that word also, whether it is a noun, adjective, adverb. So you already know that noun is a name. Any name is called noun. On the other hand, adjectives are very important because they are going to add feather in your language cap, or they are going to add more value to your words. So when you try to describe something, so they are the describing words. It's a pleasant day. So pleasant is an adjective and day is a noun. So you need to simply understand that how to describe people and things. So once you understand, then everything is quite easy and people are able to understand you and you can understand others. So now I want to know if you face any problems in like what makes you think about vocabulary, or what makes you like learn vocabulary. Do you want to learn vocabulary because you want to show to other people that you are quite educated or you know English in a very different way? Or is it just because you are curious to know new words? So what is that? Why do you want to go after the new vocabulary or the new words? And where do you learn the words from? I want to know. Do you try to collect the words using newspapers, magazines, and different sources? And nowadays, I know that newspaper reading is dying. People are not interested in that. That is quite sad. So it is individual's choice. I, for one, is always interested in reading newspapers and magazines, so I know that I am left with very little time. So whatever the little time that I get, I try to dedicate that time to my uh, like reading newspaper. So reading newspaper can update my knowledge also, and I can get to know about different words and sentence construction. But another downside is that when you try to use those words, you rather than looking for the meaning, you need to learn the context. That's what I do. I also go for the synonym of that word so that if other person is not able to understand, once I understand the other person is quite a beginner or he is not familiar with those words. So first I try to use some basic words, and once I understand that other person is quite or well versed with this language, so then I can take my level to the next level. Then I can notch it up. Notch, notch up, to increase, to take it further, to uplift. So can you notch the volume of this fan up? It's quite hot inside. It's quite hot inside. Can you notch the volume of the fan? So I believe you are able to understand now. You can easily use that word. Another person might not have a sleepless night to understand you. So use some basic words and enjoy speaking. Try to talk to people. If you do not find anyone, so at least we are here, and there are other people also. There are almost 20 to 25 people right now. So they are watching this. So you guys can get connected with each other. So I have two institutions now. One is in Jahangirpuri, that is in Delhi, and the other one is also in Delhi because I can't go and travel every day. So that is in Sant Nagar. I'm going to start another institute. So that is already started, but there are few pending works. So we remember that we never say works. it is always work. Work is not countable when you use it as a noun. But when you see works, so it means it is a verb. He works 10 hours every day. So here I'm talking about work as a verb. But I have a lot of work. I cannot simply say that I have a lot of works. So this is wrong. Work is not countable. Please remember that when you learn vocabulary, you need to understand that whether it is a countable noun or uncountable noun. There are many good dictionaries. They will tell you about this. And part of speech in the sense, I told you, noun, adjective, adverb. So that's what you can do. Like photograph, photograph. Photography, it's a noun. And photograph is also a noun. Photograph a piece of paper where you see yourself or some other people. It's a picture. So photograph is a noun. And photography is also a noun because that is a particular profession. And photograph is a particular thing. So there are two different nouns similar to each other, but there is a specific difference. And like agree. Agree is, what is agree? Is it a noun, verb, or adjective, adverb? Please tell me. Agree, A-G-R-E-E. We do not say agree. Agree is A-G-R-I. I'm talking about A-G-R-E-E. That is called double in the sense E-E. So what is agree? What is the part of speech of agree? Is it a noun, adjective, adverb, or verb? What is that? Please write it down. Agree, it is a verb. Agree is a verb. Agreement, it's a noun. Agreement is a noun. When you see M-E-N-T at the end of a particular word, then yes, Jaya, it is correct. And Mr. Gaming, that's perfectly fine. Krishna, Radhe, yeah, that is correct. And what about agreeingly? What do you think about this word? Agreeingly. Is it a noun, adjective, adverb, or verb? Agreeingly. Please tell me that fast. Agree, you know that is a verb. What about agreeingly? Agreement is a noun, I told you. Adverb. Yes, Sujal, you are correct, because whenever we see ly at the end, most of the time it is an adverb. And remember that not every word ending with ly is an adverb. No. Family also has ly, so that is a noun. Family is a union of people living together. So family is a noun. So agree, agreement, agreeingly, agreeable. What is agreeable then? What is agreeable? Can you guess that? Noun, adjective, adverb, or verb? Agreeable. Fast, fast, fast. Yes, it is an adjective. Agreeable. Whenever you see able, able at the end, so most of the time it is an adjective. Yeah, so this is called this is called, there is a particular thing that is called word formation. We call it word formation. So as you know that, part of speech. So I believe you are able to understand that. So once you understand this, now why I'm telling you this, once you understand that whether this word is a verb, noun, adjective, or adverb, then it is quite easy to use that. How? Let me tell you. Play. Play has two different meanings. Meaning in the sense, play is also a noun and it is also a verb. Play means when you play, like I play cricket. So that is a verb because I'm talking about an action, an activity. So I like the play. I like the play that you play every Sunday. So I like the play that you play every Sunday. So here, I like the play. So here, the first one, the play is a noun And the second play is a verb. So I like the play. Please write it. Please write the whole sentence. I like the play that you play every Sunday. Can you write the whole sentence in the comment section? I like the play that you play every Sunday. Do it fast. So I'm not playing any fastest finger fast. So I want you to type that so that I would be able to tell others. I like the play that you play every Sunday. So I is a pronoun. I for myself, yeah, for you. So like is a verb. The play is a noun. Okay. And the other play. So I'm talking about there are two different words, like same words with different part of speech. So first one is a noun, and the next one is, the second one is the you play. That is, what is that? That is a verb. So first one is a noun and the second one is a verb. So I believe you are able to understand. So I like the play that you play on, that you play every Sunday. Yes, every Sunday. Every Sunday we will not use any on or any like. So I like the play that you play every Sunday. Yes. So that's how you can enhance your vocabulary. So once you understand this particular tricky thing, so then it is quite not that much complicated. So that's what I do. Whenever I learn any particular word, so I first check whether it is a noun, adjective, adverb, or something like this. If you are not sure about that, at least you have a mobile phone, you can check it online, or if you have a dictionary, a good one or a thick one, you can go and when you check a particular word in a dictionary, we do not say check. We simply say that look up. I look up a particular word. Hi Neha. So I hope you are doing good. So I'm talking about vocabulary today. So when you look for a particular word in the dictionary, what do you say? Look up. I'm looking up a word in the dictionary. I'm looking up a word in the dictionary. Look up. When you try to know the meaning of a specific word using a dictionary, so you can say look up. And look after, you already know that. Look after, like my parents, my mother looks after me, my wife looks after me, my son looks after me. So whatever, you can use any of the sentences. So look after. Look for, where is my book? I'm looking for my book. So here it is. So I was looking for this book. So look for when you're trying to find. So look for when you're trying to find. Yes, search. Yes. And look after, to take care. Okay. And one more I used. What is that? Hello Mempi Chakrabarti. Mempi Chakrabarti, hello. So अब जब एक ऑनलाइन आना होता है तो बहुत सारी चीज़ें माइंड में चलती हैं. देयर आर लॉट नंबर ऑफ थिंग्स दैट आर गोइंग थ्रू माय माइंड. सो आई रियली वांट टू टेल यू मेनी मोर थिंग्स, but I have a class tomorrow morning. Yeah, look up a word. And there is one more. I have read it somewhere. Look up to someone. Look up to someone in the sense, whenever I try to use typical difficult words, I always look up to Shashi Tharoor. I always look up to Shashi Tharoor. So I believe you are able to understand the meaning of look up to. Resemble. Yeah, you can say in certain way, resemble. But when you try to be like someone, or you want to match that particular level, then you can say look up to. So my father dresses very well, so I always look up to him whenever I try to select a dress for myself, or attires or outfits, you can say. So in this way you can learn basic vocabulary. So that's people please understand that. Go for basic vocabulary and then go for the next level. So first, once you understand the basic concept, then you can go and take your level to the next level. Then you can notch it up. Notch it up. I told you that word, didn't I? I told you that word, didn't I? So I used a question tag. Onlooker. Onlooker is a different one, like the when somebody's on the road and something happens, so that person is looking at that and without doing anything. So you can say onlookers, and the people, those who are simply looking at things, or you can say not audience exactly, but people like this. Bystanders, I can say that people who are standing on the road. So onlookers, like yesterday night, what happened? I was on the busiest road of Delhi, Azadpur. So an elderly couple met with an accident, and onlookers did not come forward to extend their helping hand to them. So onlookers, I believe you are able to understand that. So now it's almost 12:15, and if you have a hard time in telling the time or reading the time, we say read the time, or you can say tell the time, because in conversation, in local conversation, people use anything like this. So when you have a hard time in telling time or reading time, I must say that reading time, or you do not know how to tell the time in English. So I have a video, I have already uploaded that. You can go through that 10 minutes video and you will not have any problem at all. So guys, I know that I'm not quite regular while uploading, but I will try my level best once I simply come out of these things which are quite occupying me or my mind most of the time. So once I get free, then I'll try to go live almost every day, every night, I must say that. Because I am running two institutions, I have many online batches also. If anybody wants online classes, so you can go to the description, the channel's description, and you can find the details there and you can contact. So I'm going to start some more offline batches, so you can enroll for that. If you really like the videos, please do share the video and like them. And I know that you all are educated, so why don't you simply write a good a comment, so that it will be like kind of a appreciation. So that's what I want. These are the little things which make me happy most of the time. So I hope you guys have a nice experience, or you guys have nice experience whenever I talk to you. If you face any kind of problems, if you are not able to understand any specific words, you can simply write it down. Sir, how much time will it take for beginners to learn English? You don't have to think about time. You need to go for, first you need to go for a routine. You need to follow a routine religiously. There is a word that I've used, religiously. So religiously, in the sense, quite dedicated to a particular task. So when you are religiously following that particular routine, whether it is 15 minutes, 10 minutes, you can start with 15 or 10 minutes. So start. You don't have to think about 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months. Once you start, after 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, or a month, you will see a drastic change. You will simply erase this word called beginners. Then I would be the first to write intermediate there, because I know that you will definitely go to that level. So you don't have to think about time. You didn't need to think about your efforts. Put a lot of efforts in. I'm not asking for the moon here. I'm asking only 15 or 20 minutes. That's all, that you all can afford. So if you are able to give 15 or 20 minutes, so I know that you are going to change yours. Sir, I'm not able to take classes of yours because of my work. So please give any suggestions or something which can help me to learn English. I can't understand. What should I do now? If you're not able to understand anything, at least simply sit back and relax. You don't have to simply go through everything, because nowadays we have internet, we start watching anything. If you watch something, it means you are perceiving some information. So whatever that you watch, you are keeping a lot of stuff inside, and that stuff will make you puzzled like Rohit is right now. So be very particular when you are a learner. So you have to be very particular about your choice. So whether you watch 1 or 2 channels, it's all right. I'm not saying you should watch my channel only. You can watch others' channel, but make sure that you watch mine. So yes, people get or people often get confused because there are a number of things. Books are there, internet is there, and many other things are also there. So then I can easily understand that. Simply give at least 10 minutes, 10 minutes from your busy schedule or schedule. Dedicate those 10 minutes to read something. You need to read whatever that you like. You don't have to simply run after those newspapers and magazines. No. If you like stories, go for storybooks, start reading. Because reading will activate those words which you saw somewhere, which you used somewhere. Might be you're not able to recall them. So once you have 10 or 15 minutes slot every day, at least you will refresh that forgotten vocabulary. Then things will occur most often, like more often than normal. When I read something, it means I am updating myself or I'm simply refreshing my vocabulary. In computers, we have F5 for refreshing. When you refresh that particular software or those applications. So where is that refresh button in your like understanding? So that's what you can do. 10 or 15 minutes. That's not a big task, or I'm not asking something like 2 hours or 3 hours. 15 minutes. Dedicate those 15 minutes, and please make sure that you are not using your phone. So 15 minutes, you need to engrossed into reading. Engross into like engross का मतलब होता है to get lost into something, खो जाना उसके अंदर. So get engrossed into it, and once you start enjoying, then 15 minutes का कब 1 घंटा हो जाएगा, you will never know. So that's what I want. So start doing that, and always carry a smile on your face when you speak, because a smile is something I often tell my students that smile is the cheapest makeup that anybody can afford. So that's what you can do, and try to share your feelings and emotions. If you find somebody and it's worth sharing with that person, then you can decide and go ahead and share that. Otherwise, you can't simply share everything with everyone. So at least if you have some people, those who are very close to you, those who are very close to your heart, then you can share your feelings with them and start speaking in English. Right now I'm speaking in English. मैं हिंदी में भी बात कर सकता हूँ. देखो मेरा हिंदी बोलना भी and when I start speaking in English, दोनों का tone एक जैसा ही है. So that's what you need to do. A lot of people are not able to do that. Why? Because they are not good listeners. So once you start developing that listening, it is a skill. Listening is a skill. It is not like whatever goes inside my ear, that is also listening. But what kind of listening? इस listening को मैं hearing भी तो कह सकता हूँ. I can hear something. Sir, accent नहीं बनता मेरा. पवन देखो, accent के पीछे नहीं भागना है. Accent और pronunciation और right pronunciation में difference होता है. Accent अपने आप आ जाएगा. लोग उसको नाम दे देंगे. जैसे आपने सॉरी, जैसे लोग मुझे सुनते हैं और कहते हैं like I like your accentuated voice. एक वर्ड और मिल गया, accentuated. So अब लोग उसको कहते हैं. बट क्या करना है आपको? If you really want to change the way that you speak, so start listening to the people that you want to speak like. जिसकी तरह आप बोलना चाहते हैं उसको बार बार सुनो, endless hours सुनो. इससे मुझे वॉच टाइम तो अब क्या क्या मिलेगा, तो जो भी आप you can also do that. I don't have any problem if you want to go and you want to go in loop and want to listen to my videos. I don't have any problem. I really want people like you. So accent के बारे में हम बाद में बात करेंगे और बहुत डिटेल में बात करेंगे जिस दिन मुझे टाइम होगा, and most probably by the end of this week, Saturdays और Sundays को हम प्लान करेंगे and we'll talk in detail about accent. ये एक्सेंट क्या भला है, ब्रिटिश क्या है, अमेरिकन क्या है, कॉकनी क्या है, वेल्स क्या है, बर्मिंघम एक्सेंट क्या है, और कैरेबियन एक्सेंट क्या है, अमेरिकन एक्सेंट क्या है, अमेरिका में कितने तरह के एक्सेंट हैं, यूके में कितने तरह के एक्सेंट, जैसे मैंने बताया बर्मिंघम एक्सेंट और स्कॉटिश एक्सेंट. जो लोग रहते हैं स्कॉटलैंड में दे यूज स्कॉटिश. सो अब कितने एक्सेंट करोगे भाई? सीधा प्रोनाउंसिएशन पे काम करो. गो फॉर द राइट प्रोनाउंसिएशन, दैट इज कॉल्ड न्यूट्रल. न्यूट्रल जो हर जगह चल जाए, ऐसा नोट यूज़ करो जो हर जगह चल जाए. सो प्रोनाउंसिएशन भी आपका ऐसा होना चाहिए दैट एवरीबडी इज एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड, और जो आपको सुने और सुनता रह जाए. So you need to have that addiction. वो बोलने में ऐसा होना चाहिए कि like people get addicted to you. So वो अपने आप आ जाएगा. पहले सुनना शुरू करो. Start observing. सुनने को मैं observe की कैटेगरी में रख रहा हूँ. You need to observe whatever that you listen. बिकॉज ये भी होता है, वट गोज फॉर 1 year कम्स आउट ऑफ अनदर, ये भी हो जाता है, बट वट गोज फॉर 1 year स्टेज देयर. मैं ये चाहता हूँ. तो प्रोनाउंसिएशन, जैसे मैंने कुछ बोला प्रोनाउंसिएशन, तो आपको जब भी ये बोलना है तो आपको क्या बोलना है? प्रोनाउंसिएशन. सो आई बिलीव यू आर एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड. तो प्रोनाउंसिएशन एक वर्ड यहाँ हुआ, और बाकी बहुत सारे और भी वर्ड्स हो सकते हैं. मुझे बोलते टाइम टाइप ज़्यादा होता है बिकॉज यू थिंक अ लॉट. Sadik, hi, how are you? So Pawan, you think a lot. Might be a lack of speaking. Lack of speaking is one of the biggest concerns. A lot of people, those who use a lot of these kind of things, I call it fillers. They are the fillers. Whenever you start thinking, something comes out of your mouth, and that is a called filler. Like yesterday I went to the market, and I was playing, and so now I'm thinking a lot, so I'm using certain words, and so this is a filler. So a lot of people use these fillers, so you should not, like even British and American people, they also use fillers, but not that many fillers. So just give me a minute. Yes, guys, I'm back. So I was talking about fillers. You don't have to use so many fillers. वो जो बीच में गैप हो जाता है उसको फिल करने के लिए we start using those fillers. So it simply takes all the beauty away. When you're speaking in a flow, sometime when you get stuck,